Well, about a year ago, we were standing in a Starbucks waiting for our handcrafted coffees to be made after ordering at the counter when we realized that there were at least 6 coffees already made and ready for drinking, and the baristas were adding more, but we were the only ones standing and waiting. Then, one by one, mostly people that were younger than us came in and went directly to the pickup counter, grabbed their lattes or whatever. And it was then that I realized that it was the norm to order ahead and have your order waiting. Where had I been? So if you want to order ahead like a pro using your phone and just walk right up to the counter and grab yours, listen to this episode on how to order ahead with your phone. Stay tuned. Well, if you don't want to be left behind by what everybody else is doing, then I think you want to start getting on the bandwagon of ordering ahead when you do food. You probably already see this in the supermarket because a lot of people don't stand in line getting checked out by a normal cashier. They go to the self-checkout counter. This isn't that far from that. It's kind of like get it done and get it done fast, and you'll have very little friction as you go ahead and do what you want to do. First of all, I would say the big advantage of ordering online is speed. I mean, you can just get this done in a very, very short period of time and then have it waiting for you when you get to the counter. Another big advantage is that when you start ordering the same thing, and many of us do, you get the same kind of order most of the time when you go to a particular restaurant. Repeat orders are very easy, and you can select what you've done before, and it's just bingo, it's ready to go. Another big advantage is discounts. You can find in apps a lot of times some incentives that they have to get you to keep coming back. They may even send you notifications or things about bargains, but just opening the app and looking into their discount areas will yield a lot of fruit. And then it's cool. I mean, it's not that hard once you get used to it too. And it may seem like an insurmountable burden, but once you get started doing ordering ahead, you will be wanting to do it every time you go to a particular restaurant. So how do you do this? Well, first of all, get the app. Most every restaurant today, certainly all the big ones, have apps that you can download to your phone. Some of my favorites are McDonald's, of course, ubiquitous McDonald's. We have Panera Bread everywhere, and it's very convenient for us and for me to get coffees there and meet people. And I can have my coffee waiting for me when I get there. Or Salad and Go is a local chain that's starting to gain some popularity and spread. It's a convenient place to scoop up a really fresh salad. And so I can order and have that waiting for me at the drive-up when I pull up. And they even have a separate lane for people who have placed their order ahead, and you just pull up to a no waiting lane. So whatever your favorite is, maybe it's not one of those, but it may be some other. My bet is that they're going to have an app for you to do it. So download the app. Secondly, you're going to have to establish an account. And so that kind of leads to the podcast that I just did on Password Manager. If you have a password manager, it's really easy to add a new email and password to it for an app. But if you don't have that and you want to take advantage of, many of apps have what they call sign in with Apple or Google or Facebook. You can choose those options. I will tell you, though, that it does give a merchant that you're signing up with access to some of the information that you may have in there. So, for example, if you choose Facebook, it's going to know a lot of the things that you post, and it may even be enabled to make posts or do advertisements to your Facebook account. So watch those sign-ins. But once you have your account established, then make your first order. And how do you do that? Well, you select a location. Normally, there'll be an option for you to choose from a list of locations. Sometimes it even shows a map for you of those that are closest to you. But I think you probably know the address of the location that you're headed to. You may even be in the restaurant at the time that you're doing this. So if you do that, it's going to be very obvious because the location's going to be geographically the first one on the list because it's geographically the closest. And then you can select pickup time for your order and make a selection from the menu of choices that are there. Now, I have seen this rarely, but most of the time the prices for the things that you're going to order are the same as what you're going to find in the restaurant, and the selection are also often mostly the same of what you would order in the restaurant. So you may have all the options, but when you pick and find what it is that you're looking for, you add it to your cart, and then you start the process of paying for it. Now, I prefer to use Apple Pay for my payment just because I don't like to store my credit cards in every single app that I go ahead and download and start using. But even if you do choose to enter the credit card information at the time of the order, it doesn't have to necessarily store it. Only when you absolutely have to, or for those that you're going to frequent all the time, would I recommend letting your credit card just sit in there. It just feels uncomfortable to me to have more places that know what my credit card is from a security perspective. Okay, some tricks and tips for you. Normally a place where your favorite meals are located. So if you are starting to go back to the same restaurant and you're starting to order the same meals, it may present those to you as an option, or maybe what you ordered last time is there. And I think that's what a lot of people do. They have a favorite drink from Starbucks, or they have a burger, or like I get a coffee at Panera, and I will find that at the top of the menu for my ordering, and I usually can just select it, and it will put it right into my cart the same way it had last time, so it's really, really fast. Another suggestion for you is to look for the bargains. A lot of times there is a place on the screen at the bottom where it says deals, or it says rewards. And those are two things where you can save a lot of money in using these apps, because they will, oftentimes for McDonald's, we can find 2 sandwiches for the price of 1, or a drink for $1. And they're offering that almost all the time to get people to use their apps and to come back to their stores. And then once you've started to use the app repeatedly, you will normally gain rewards. And that means that there will be free things that you can get from the number of purchases that you've made. So I think those are all benefits for using the app, not to mention just the speed and the cool factor that you're going to get from it. So try it out. I really suggest you do. Give it a try and let me know in the comments what you think about it and how it's working out for you. Love to hear. Or maybe just what your favorite restaurant is and what apps you like to use. It would be great to have that dialogue here. Well, that's about it for this topic. Let me know in the comments section if I missed anything you'd like to hear about on this topic. Also, please take the time to add a like and a review. It helps out a lot. If you've done that already, thank you. And until next time, stay tuned for more tech tips for seniors, or anyone really.